We were all created by God for a purpose. Everyone on earth, before they were born, was predestined with our God-given purposes, whether we accept it or not. That is where free will comes in. Our purposes, whether we desire to follow God or not, are given to fulfill God's perfect plan, even if it's through the destruction of a person. What I mean is that no matter who we are, we were born for a reason, to fulfill a purpose, and depending on which path we choose, God's will be done. Remember, God is independent of us, but we are not independent of God. That means that God can still have His will accomplished with or without us, even if God's original intention was for it to be done by you. God can replace anyone who chooses to go against His will. That is why it is said that God's will be done. We can either choose to run from God or run to Him. Either way, God's perfect will be done, whichever we choose. So I suggest we all run to Him, because if we run from Him, it will only be to our detriment. The desires that God puts in our hearts are what is our purpose. Our desires can be for good or evil, depending on our choice. So the choice is yours. God's will for all of us is not to destroy us, but that we should desire Him and choose His will for our lives. Jesus said in Matthew 11, verse 30, "For my yoke is easy and my burden is light." When a person steps out of God's perfect will for their life, that person God will pursue, and they will feel God pressing on their heart. That is where God put our desire for Him. But if we choose to continually disobey Him, He will turn from us, and then the desire to do God's will change. God will then choose someone else, and the person who rejects God will be condemned. So be wise and choose the will of God. Psalms 145 verse 16 says, "You open your hand and satisfy the desires of every living thing." Thank you.